Hi guys, thanks for being here. This is Sabine from zennumerostar.com. Today's video is about a success story. It's about a phone call that I got yesterday from one of my French clients who was super excited to tell me that she had not only manifested her SP, but he had also proposed to her. So I got to see her beautiful engagement ring. Since she is French, I thought it could be interesting for you to see the way that she was thinking and the way she thinks now. For some of you, you will see how different cultures or countries think the same way, while for others, you will see that you can easily apply a different meaning to a situation, because every country potentially has a different meaning to any given situation. So this client called me to show me her engagement ring that she had just been offered by her SP for her birthday. I've known her since she was single. When she came to me the first time, it was because she wanted a reading to see if there was potential for her to meet a great guy she would be happy to marry someday. Please note that she had been single for around 10 years. I remember that the first session was more around her self-image, because it is always more difficult to manifest what you want if you feel that you cannot be with the ideal guy for you because you see yourself as being too this or not enough of that. She thought that she had to improve something within her before being able to attract someone. So we used her date of birth to see her inner abilities to manifest. She was relieved when she understood that she didn't have to wait to manifest her man, because she already had what it takes or what it took to be in a loving relationship. You all do, by the way. You all have what it takes to manifest what you want. It is a wrong assumption to believe that you need to improve the version of yourself before experiencing what you want. You only need to accept the possibility that by changing your perspective to who you are and accepting the goodness coming your way, it is enough to experience what you want. Next, we worked on the type of man she truly wanted to be with. Remember that this is your list, so take advantage of listing exactly what you want and not what society says you should be wanting. No one else but you will be living with your person, so make it a person who perfectly matches what you want. Anyway, yesterday we got to talk about what she did and what she does, because I wanted you, the viewers, to have a clear example of what works for us French women. Now, you need to know that I never gave her specific affirmations to repeat. Instead, I told her 1. How to craft her own affirmations. 2. How to write an effective story. 3. How to use inner conversations, because I am huge on them. 4. How to use her logic to her advantage. 5. How to see movement anywhere she was looking. And 6. How to follow her joy. So she kept repeating to herself a few words that meant something to her, such as safety, trustworthy, priority, all those type of words that she could describe to me, so basically in her head as well. So instead of repeating meaningless words, they all meant something to her. Now, I had explained to her exactly how the universe works within her quantum bubble. I never used the word God-self analogy because she didn't like the way that she was supposed to be God. That works too, you know, because believing that God is behind your manifestations is also very powerful. If this is your case, just make sure that, like for my client, you believe that God will grant you every single one of your dreams because He is a loving God wanting all His children to be happy. If you believe, on the other hand, that you need to do something extra to deserve to be granted your desire, this can only prolong your manifestation, because one of your rules is that you need fixing before experiencing what you want. She strongly believes that God sees that she is a good person, and thanks to that, He can only grant her what she wants, so that was covered on that aspect. I asked her to give me an example of what she thinks of her man now. The first thing she said, which I thought was really interesting because we had discussed that very characteristic during our sessions, is that her presence calms him, so he loves being in her presence. He is very, very present in her life, which is something she wanted, to feel safe, so that's great. And indeed, she said that he can't get enough of her and is always there. We laughed about that because she was the one telling me some time ago that she was feeling very lonely and would love a man who was super present. You see what I mean when I said that you need to list what makes you happy to be in a relationship. Maybe if she had said that list to a family member or an independent friend, that person would have told her, "Oh my God, are you sure? I knew a guy who was constantly with a friend of mine and she thought he was super controlling. You won't like it for sure." No, instead she was true to herself and listed all the characteristics that she wanted from her man, his qualities, the qualities and the quality of her relationship overall, and she got the man of her dreams. Something else I'd like to mention to you is that my client used to feel insecure. So here is a tip. If you feel also insecure in your relationship and you are manifesting another version of your person, for instance, let's say that you are recreating someone who was previously in a relationship or is currently in a relationship. She said that now that her man had experienced what he wanted to experience with other women in the past, all he wanted with her was to commit and be a husband and a father. That's also because she is over a certain age, so she felt that he would reassure her to think that way. So there you have it. I won't detail all her story because lots of details are common with the other videos you can find on YouTube, so it wouldn't be so inspiring to you. But those details, I feel, were a bit different, so I hope they have added value to your toolkit. If you got some value in this video, please leave me a thumbs up. I appreciate all of them as well as your great comments. On that note, happy manifesting.